Clash over leadership of the International Pentecostal Holiness Church in Zuurbekom has led to 5 deaths. The church, which has more than 3 million congregants in southern Africa, has been in conflict since 2016 following the deaths of its leader. Over 40 people, including a police officer, a soldier and a metro police officer, have been arrested. We understand that the church will brief, the church has already briefed the media earlier today, and our eNCA reporter, Manqoba Mchunu, was there tracking the story for us, and he joins us now live. Now, Manqoba, there were a lot of allegations made by the church leaders that spoke today. For the viewers who missed it, take us through those allegations.
Well, Masiko, certainly, first of all, the church condemning the incident that happened here on Saturday morning, saying that the incident was a despicable act that was done here. And of course, we heard also from the church leader for the first time breaking his silence since this incident and saying at broken yesterday, also saying that they wish to ask for government as well as police to intervene in the matter. We heard from some of the church officials saying that this is an issue that they've been raising with police for quite a number of years. We do understand, Masiko, that this turf or this squabble started as early as 2016 after the death of the church leader. So there's been a back and forth in terms of court battles that have taken, and we've heard from the church today saying that they're still awaiting that court process to be finalized. In fact, saying that before that court challenge is finalized, they're likely to see more squabbles like this taking place here. So they're basically appealing to government as well as President Cyril Ramaphosa to intervene and to stop the violence that is happening here. They're saying that they haven't received any joy from police in terms of investigating some of the allegations and some of the attacks that have happened here, saying that this is the 3rd incident that has happened here in a space of months, and police are simply not heeding the call, or as he puts it, one of the chairpersons of the executive committee saying that, in fact, police are turning a blind eye to the situation here at the church. So the pleas are what we've heard today from the leadership of the church. But in terms of what they've said, in terms of the action that happened here, or the act that happened here, Maseko, many of them saying that they want the church members to continue pleading, in fact, to the church members to continue praying for the church that these incidents don't happen anymore.
Now, Manqoba, there were many allegations made against that splinter group. I believe the allegations are made against a certain Michael Sandlana. Have we heard from any of the members of this splinter group?
Well, at this point, I can tell you that we have made contact with the splinter group, so we're going to be speaking to them later on. But in essence, what they've said is that they are denying that they may have been linked to this incident at all. But we're going to speak to the Masiko afterwards. But in terms of what the church is saying, the church leaders here, they are unapologetic, and they are pointing the fingers at the direction of Michael Sandlana and his faction and saying that they are behind this attack. And they're saying this is not the first time that Michael Sandlana or his faction have actually attacked this premises. They claim that it happened in October last year, and also a few months ago they're saying that it also occurred, and the allegation here is that Michael Sandlana and his faction want to hijack the leadership of this church. So they insist that Michael Sandlana is behind the attack, and the reason why they're saying that they don't recognize him as a leader of this church is because they took us through a process, Maseko, the anointment, how a leader of the church is anointed, saying that a leader of the church is anointed by the previous leader prior to their departure on earth. So in this instance, they're saying that this leader of this group here, which is the comforter Leonard Modise, is the rightful leader because he was anointed by his predecessor, his father. And so they're saying that Michael Sandlana is not an anointed leader, and therefore, because he's not an anointed leader, he cannot lead this church. So that matter, of course, is still before the courts, but they are saying that the anointed leader and the rightful leader of this church is the leader here. In fact, they are this side, Masiko. Just to move the camera around to show you, they are this side. They're going to take us on a short tour as journalists to show us where there was the damage was caused yesterday during that scuffle that broke out here last night. So we've spoken to him just a short while ago, and saying that, of course, they want the intervention of the president in this matter as well as law enforcement officials.
Right, Manqoba, do we have any idea who the 5 people are, those who passed away because of that hostage situation yesterday? Do we have any idea who they were? Were they probably church leaders amongst the 5, maybe congregants? And also, when are we expecting the 40 to appear in court?
Well, Masiko, what we do know so far is that the church indicating that those might have been their church members who died, unfortunately, in the shootout yesterday, and also those cars with a satellite. But at this stage, there's no more details. There's not much details that we have with regards to that. And we've also asked police with regards to the investigation. They've told us that there has been more suspects arrested since yesterday. The number now going up to 47 of those suspects that were arrested. And also, in terms of the firearms that were confiscated, we do know that now there are over 67 firearms that were confiscated. And also, in terms of the actual bullet rounds that were found here on the scene, they told us that about 300 bullets were fired here on the scene, and they collected over 300 of those bullets here on the scene, or the bullet cartons, Maseko, here on the scene. So, with regards to the court appearance, we do know that they're meant to appear within a 48-hour period. So, the police saying that this is likely to happen on Monday, and if not on Tuesday. So at this point, we're still waiting for a confirmation from the police as to when they are going to appear in court. But the likelihood, Masiko, is that it's going to happen tomorrow.
Right, thank you. That was my colleague Manqoba Mchunu. Let me let you go look at the damage for that tour that church leaders will be taking you through.